physical sport like the NBA always requires players with a heavy structure to impact the game. You simply can't deny the fact how powerful players play a vital role in controlling the game. But what if overweight makes each of them the heaviest NBA player of their generation? Maintaining a decent body is indeed as crucial as gaining skills for professional athletes. In the case of the NBA, it is even more critical for the physicality this game requires. If you are a basketball player with above average height and weight, you have a distinct advantage over many. On the other hand, gaining just above that ideal shape makes it challenging to improve your game. Welcome to B-Ball TV YouTube channel. Over the years, NBA fans saw a lot of heavy players. In today's video, we will try to highlight some of the biggest players in NBA. Make sure to watch until the end to find out who's the fattest of them all. 10. Gheorghe Muresan. Let's begin with a massive 7 feet 7 inch guy who is also the tallest player ever in NBA history. Gheorghe Muresan, the Romanian NBA star who played for 2 different teams in a career span of only 6 years. For being such a high guy, he appeared in the headlines of media so many times. His gigantic body of 303 pounds always helped give him an extra advantage to block the shots. Also, his franchise was optimistic about him flourishing in the league. In fact, Muresan tried his best to develop his performance, which is visible in his 1995-96 Most Improved Player award. However, because of being slightly overweight compared to his height, he struggled to cope with the NBA standard. Besides, he was suffering from pituitary gland disorder, which didn't allow him to continue despite his hard work and enthusiasm. 9. Dexter Pittman. The next heavyweight on our list had an improved pre-NBA career which created so much optimism. Way back in his college days, he played for the University of Texas. Later, he defended the colors of Virtus Bologna and was a regular Terry High School member for 3 years. After being the 32nd pick of the Miami Heat in the 2010 NBA draft, Dexter's NBA career started. But the career didn't become successful as it was expected to be. His obesity only didn't allow him to improve in any team. Equating only 2.3 points and 1.8 rebounds per game, he could hardly utilize his massive body properly. That's why he played in 5 different teams in only 5 years of NBA life. 8. Mengke Bateer. With an almost similar career graph to Dexter Pittman, Mengke Bateer also found it hard to get usual to NBA. Meantime, there's a difference that Bateer arrived in NBA after a victorious campaign in China. But NBA's bar is something else, right? Keeping this in mind, Bateer had to work hard to gain a place in the starting squad. Also, he was finding it difficult to adapt to the league and culture of the USA. That being the case, Bateer only struggled 3 years in the NBA. As presumed, he only earned 3.4 points per game during this momentum while playing for 2 different teams. 7. Yao Ming. Here comes another Chinese-originated player in our list, none other than legendary Yao Ming. This 7 feet 6 inch guy is the tallest ever to be featured in the Hall of Fame. In a career period of 8 years, he had been loyal to his franchise Houston Rockets till his retirement. But regarding a viewpoint, he is different from the previously mentioned heaviest players in NBA. What's that? Even though he was abnormally heavy compared to the general NBA prerequisite, he had a pretty decent NBA career. Averaging 19 points per game, Ming consistently performed for his team during his career. For this reason, he earned a decent place in the All-Star team 8 times and the All-NBA team 5 times. That proves his efficiency as a flourishing NBA player even after having 310 pounds weight. 6. Robert Traylor. Towering with a bulky 6.8 feet height and 284 pound weight, Robert Traylor had assuredly a mammoth body. For being the fattest NBA player in his time, Traylor was nicknamed Tractor. However, he had been an exciting chance at the University of Michigan. So, in 1988, Milwaukee Bucks gave away Dirk Nowitzki, the finest European NBA player, to take Traylor. Who saw it coming that Traylor would disappoint all for devouring any food he saw? That guy had tremendous potential to be an NBA star, but he failed severely to maintain a strict lifestyle. For being one of the heaviest NBA players, his weight just went out of control. His ever-growing body structure is reflected in his NBA career, with only 4.8 points per game. Unfortunately, the big man died of a heart attack at the age of 34 in 2011. 5. Kevin Duckworth. After moving to the next player of our top, you will get another player like Yao Ming, who successfully prolonged his NBA career. Despite being 320 pounds heavy, Kevin Duckworth lasted for 12 long years in NBA. He played in 5 different teams throughout his time, but Portland Trail Blazers was the dearest. Spending 7 seasons in Portland earned him an average of 13.6 points per game. His continuous success was veritable in his winning Most Improved Player of the 1987 and 88 season. But as soon as his career moved forward, his weight also improved a lot. That critically affected his flexibility on the court, which made him one of the fattest NBA players. Nevertheless, his 2 All-Star selection is the final proof Duckworth was very impressive in his prime. 4. Thomas Hamilton. If you had been an NBA fan in the 90s, you might recognize Thomas Hamilton as the heaviest player in the NBA of that time. A star college athlete who just couldn't realize his vast potential and the bigger platform for his body's continuous growth. After undrafting, Boston Celtics took him in its den at the 1995-96 season, but he only entered the court 11 times in his first season. That made him downgrade to another league, where he spent 3 years. After returning in the 1999-2000 season, another famous franchise, Houston Rockets, picked him. As everyone suspected, he was able to play only 22 games. Then the Rockets released him since he only managed to earn 3.7 points per game in those games. 3. Eddy Curry. Named as Baby Shaq, Eddy Curry is yet another excellent NBA star among the heaviest NBA players. With an enormous 7 feet height, Curry attracted the Chicago Bulls to trade for him. If you check his career graph, he performed considerably decent according to his caliber. His early NBA days were in the Chicago Bulls and New York Knicks dens, where he averaged 11.8 and 15.2 points, respectively. But since then, his career began to fall pathetically. While interviewing for Miami Heat, he weighed about 350 pounds. He motivated himself and started working out, which helped him lose around 50 pounds to fit for the NBA. Still, he couldn't come back in his best shape to be eligible enough to play. As a result, he had to end his NBA career 2 years later for his excessive obesity. 2. Shaquille O'Neal. Arguably the most outstanding player in our heaviest NBA players list, Shaquille O'Neal himself is a legend in this game. Unlike others, he had the greatest NBA career among everyone on our list, passing 19 years in NBA. Undoubtedly, he had won a lot of awards and honors during this period. Besides his glorious NBA career, he caught the eyes of many for his crazy body structure. He was powerful, athletic, and also capable enough to break the hoop if needed with his bulky muscles. Standing tall with a large 7 feet 1 inch height, Shaq had the biggest feet in the NBA with 22 shoe size. Moreover, he even reached 360 pounds in weight once. That's why his fellow colleague Kobe used to criticize him for not doing everyday exercise. Kobe never compromised to keep decent fitness, while Shaq was slightly indifferent to maintain any strict routine to stay healthy. Surprisingly, that didn't affect his career by any means. According to many, he is the fattest center in the NBA who is dominating on the court. With 15 All-Star and 14 All-NBA picks, Shaq is also a Hall of Famer for his terrific NBA career. 1. Oliver Miller. Who is the heaviest player in NBA history? Here you go. Oliver Miller weighs the most in the NBA with a whopping 375 pounds. Imagine facing such a giant-sized guy ahead of you on the court. That can be troublesome, right? Particularly where many find it hard to continue their NBA career with such a colossal figure. Miller participated for 9 seasons in the NBA. Actually, his dedication and work ethic justify a round of applause. Anyway, he had a topsy-turvy NBA tour for being the heaviest NBA player ever, which led him to transfer to other leagues as well. By all means necessary, he managed to take part in 493 matches where he averaged 7.4 points per game. In the end, he appeared in the headlines for pistol whipping a man who sentenced him to jail for 1 year. But what do you think? Who is the greatest, fattest NBA player of all time? Who is the most powerful? And how do you like our video? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss an upload, and you can enjoy the excellent content we send your way.